So, Maiden back at Download. It has been, by the time we get there, it'll have been 6 years. I mean, does it seem like that long to you? Because people associate this band so strongly with Download that...
No, it doesn't. To be honest with you, it doesn't seem like 25 years since we did the first one. Very bizarre as it may seem. I think there's some strange time compression portal going on there, you know. So go to Donington, get sucked into the vortex. Come out in 1988, you know.
Yeah, quite. I can't imagine what it must feel like. I mean, it seems like, obviously, a big thing's been made of the fact that this will represent 25 years since you first played Donington.
Yep.
I mean, it seems like you're at the stage of your careers now where there are so many of these milestones coming in and out all the time. Do they still kind of make you pause for thought, and do they affect you at all, or is it kind of every part of the job now?
No, it's a gig.
It's a gig. Yeah.
I mean, you know, I can't personally. I mean, I can't go around sort of going, you know, get up in the morning and go, I say. It's been 25 years, you know.
Yeah, sure.
You know, it's like, no, get on with it. Get stuck in and do a great gig. That's what makes it memorable for people, is when you do a great gig and they say, I was there. God, do you remember that? You know, and some people might say, I was there back in 88. But what makes them say that is the fact that you're still doing a great gig now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't pander specifically to those people, and that's what's great about this, because obviously this is a tour celebrating your past, but Maiden are known for proudly standing by their new material, as has been shown by the recent tour where you played a lot of the new albums.
Yeah.
You played some material from the last 10 years as well.
I mean, we try and alternate and you know and mess it up a bit, but we do let people know. We do let people know in advance, you know. So used to find it quite amusing when people would go, you know, I turned up and you were playing this new material. I said, well, we did tell you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what does it say on the tin? Caution, we'll be playing new material on this album. You know, if you don't like it, you know, don't buy a ticket, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So this one, though, is unashamedly, you know, celebrating the era of Seventh Son, and a lot of stuff off that record, although we've chucked a few other tunes in the pot, which just you know, ones we haven't played for a while that are, you know, big hits in their day. Phantom of the Opera being a case in point.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're putting in Afraid to Shoot Strangers in there as well. Is that one we're likely to see at Donington? Or?
Well, I hope so. Yeah, I mean, there's always a possibility that something might change. We might have a sudden change of wind or something when we start rehearsing. But I can't think of a song that we'd want to drop out of that set list.
Yeah.
You know?
It's pretty stellar. What are your memories of the very first time you ever played Donington? Have you got any memories of that time? Or?
Well, we turned up shortly before the gig came on. Don't remember much about it, other than there was a few innovative things landed on stage from the audience. Sherry trifle, one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
That is innovative.
It is very innovative, and it was upside down, and it only had a crack in the custard.
Amazing.
So I was like, how did you do that? Or maybe it was a roadie was carrying it across stage and dropped it or something else like that. But it was a perfectly formed upside down sherry trifle, not in a pot anymore. Big thing, like saucer sized shape, like plate size, dinner plate size trifle. It's just not what you expect to see. I mean, gallons of piss or you know, lots of shoes, but sherry trifle. No.
That is amazing. We are nothing if not creative.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you personally feel about reliving this particular material that you're going back to?
Oh, it's great because, I mean, we really haven't played it for so long. I mean, Seventh Son itself is just standout in the set, and we get to muck around and dress up. I mean, the only thing is, at least I think I stand a better chance of having appropriate weather conditions on stage for wearing an overcoat, because it was 36 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Fahrenheit in old money on stage in some of these shows in America.
Yeah, I did see that. It looks uncomfortable.
I'm wearing an overcoat, you know. At least I stopped wearing a beanie hat, though. You know,
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I mean, what did that tour kind of teach you? Do you still like you're still learning things when you go out on the road now, because you've done so many tours, you've done so many theme tours, and like you said, some you go back to the old stuff, some you come back to.
Yeah, well, I think one of the things we learned is that we can do the old stuff actually better now than we could then. You live with songs for a while. Once you've done a tour with a bunch of new songs, it sort of gets stuck in your DNA a bit more. And when you revisit it years later, it's you're just much more certain about it. You know, bit like going out with the same girl for a length of time, you know.
Yeah, sure.
You know, it's like everything's a lot easier, you know.
Yeah.
You know.